welcome to a new episode of Chucky's Playground News. And let's get this thing started already. First of all, a couple shout-outs on the way. Shout-outs to Spanky, really cool dude. G, really cool person. Chucky115, awesome. Pretty cool guy as well. Tiffany Valentine, great graphics maker. Simon Gray, great writer. Undead Punk Rabbit, WD fan. Eddie Caputo, pretty cool dude. Witch, interesting person to say the least. Sweet face, really awesome girl. Dragon Prime, it's a new one that I'm going to be doing. I kind of forgot to put more people in here. And so I'm going to put him in here. He's a great contributing member as well. So that's all the shout-outs. All awesome people as well. The first thing I want to mention is that our own Chucky115 Awesome celebrated a birthday this past Thursday. So hope you had an awesome day, brother. From one metalhead to a XCX fanboy. That's a little inside joke, but yeah, he loves Charlie XCX. But anyway, happy birthday, dude. Hope it was a great one. And Dying Light, we're talking about a new game, a zombie game called Dying Light, which is coming out for, I think, the PS3 and PS4. And sounds like it's going to be an interesting game. It's a first-person zombie game, which I don't think I've ever seen that before. So that should be really interesting. If I ever get a chance to rent it, I might, because I do like zombie games. I'm not big on first-person games. I think the only first-person game I've ever played is Call of Duty. Like, that's the only first-person game I've really played. That and Max Payne, I think. Or it's Max Payne, like, third person. I can't remember if it's third person or first person. But, yeah. Yeah, I think Max Payne is a third person. I'll check. It's been a long time since I played those games. But anyway, this game sounds really cool. And the official Raw discussion thread, we talk about Monday Night Raw, WWE, all types of stuff. We post news and stuff, so if you're a wrestling fan, definitely check it out. It's sort of where I hang out a lot. And about Tiffany Valentine, this is a new story from Simon Gray, and it's a really cool little story. I haven't been able to read all of it yet, but from what I have read, it's really, really good. Definitely check it out. It's very dark, very gritty, very brutal. And so if you're into that kind of stuff, you're definitely going to love it. And speaking of other fanfics, The Lakeshore Strangler, and this is one that's written by our own G. And it's sort of a backstory on Chucky and how he came to be, and he actually meets up with Tiffany as a little kid. And I don't want to give it all away. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a great read. So if you have any time, definitely check it out, because it's absolutely great. An American Horror Story. We're near the end of American Horror Story Freak Show, unfortunately. It's been a great season. And this past episode was really, really cool. There was a lot of deaths that transpired here. And both of them, well, one of them didn't get killed. I don't want to give away who gets killed, but it was pretty fun to watch. And one person gets mutilated and transformed into something. I don't want to give away what or who, but it was definitely very interesting to see. Overall, it was a really great episode, and I cannot wait for the finale. I think it's going to be a very interesting little finale. And random questions, and this is a thread where you basically ask any question off the top of your head, and some of them are pretty weird, to say the least, but that's just the way things go around here. Some of them are pretty interesting questions, so definitely check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. What are you watching right now? And this is a really interesting thread. Basically, whatever you're watching, whether it's something on the internet or, on TV or a movie or stuff like that, It's a really useful thread, Get to see what everybody's kind of tastes are, what they're watching, stuff like that. So it's a really cool thread. And Spider-Man and Avengers / recasted. We're talking about pretty much what would happen if Spider-Man got recasted. Personally, I wouldn't lose too much sleep over if Spider-Man got recasted, because I'm not a huge fan of Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. And I think I've made this clear in the past, but I really don't like him, at least in the first movie. In the first movie, I found him to be really obnoxious and kind of a jerk. And in the second one, he's a bit better, but I still like Tobey Maguire personally, more personally. But that's just me. I thought Tobey fits Spider-Man really well, but and I do hope that Spider-Man ends up in the Avengers. I think that would be a really cool addition. So the Friday the 13th game, we've been talking about this, and the Friday the 13th game has been announced for multiple platforms for release this October. And I cannot wait for this. I think this is going to be a really, really good game. And we haven't had a Friday the 13th game in a long time. Since like late 80s, early 90s, since that game for the original Nintendo Entertainment System. And we actually get to play as Jason this time around, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be tons of fun, hopefully. And Fear Clinic. We've been talking about Fear Clinic, which is a movie starring Robert Englund of Nightmare on Elm Street fame and Fiona Dorff of Curse of Chucky fame. And I think it's going to be a really interesting movie. The original web series that it was originally based on, it was actually really, really good. You know, it's a very solid horror, kind of mini-series. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. And the movie should be released February 10th or so on DVD and Blu-ray. So we won't have to wait that long. And I really cannot wait, because I think it's just going to be pretty amazing. It looks promising, to say the least. And finally, Child's Play 3 novel. There's a Child's Play 2 novelization, and there's a Child's Play 3 novelization somewhere. We were talking about this, and I think the Child's Play 2 novelization actually has some backstory on Chucky, which is really interesting. I haven't read it yet, but if I ever get my hands on it, I'll definitely read it, because they sound very interesting, to say the least. So that's all for Chucky's Playground News this week. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you all next time.